Hey boo, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, somebody got their tongue pierced. I've been saying that I was going to get my tongue pierced for forever. I pretty much was like, I guess, what is it called? Like trying to avoid the situation. Like I'll say, okay, yeah, I want to get it done. But then I'm like, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, I am not getting that shit done. I finally grew some balls pretty much. And I just went ahead and did it. So this video is me sharing my experience as far as how it went with getting this particular piercing. So I know some of you guys are probably wondering, like, how much did something like that cost? On the 4th of July, all piercings at my local piercing tattoo shop was $4. And I know some of y'all probably like, the fuck, $4? But bitch, I'm all like, where's that? Let's go. I felt like if I did not like it or if I did not tolerate it or whatever, it'll only be $4 lost. Can't get no better than that. Normally, from what I've heard, it ranges from about 30 to 100, depending on where you go. 30, 50, 80. Those are like the more of the price range that I have heard when I was checking around. Snake eyes is normally right here. I think like literally right here. But I didn't want it like right here at the tip because I felt like that would be very irritating to my mouth, like clicking in on my teeth and so forth. So I asked if it was okay if she backed it up. So as you can see, it's backed up. Now, some people may say, wait a minute, sis, that look like frog eyes. Well, according to my piercer, frog eyes is back here. Like further back. So I guess the closer to the tip of your tongue is considered snake eyes and the further back is considered frog eyes. That was what I understood. Like I said, I've been wanting to do the tongue piercings for quite some time. And then I realized, like, okay, tongue piercing's been around for forever. How can I be a little bit different? I know that the traditional piercing is up and down, but this one is one actual piercing that goes straight through horizontally your tongue. So I just figured, okay, that's a little different, right? So what to expect? So I did go with someone, and unfortunately, they're no good when it comes to filming. Clearly, as you can see in the clip, when you arrive, you pretty much show your ID, you fill out this little waiver form, and you wait, and then you get in the chair. And at the time when you get in the chair, that's when your piercer is going to confirm exactly where you want your piercing. So my piercer pretty much marked with I think it was a blue or black marker where they wanted to do the holes at. And I went and I checked in the mirror to be sure whether or not if it was up to my liking, and I did at that time. She had it closer down this way. And I was like, is there any way that you could back it up just a little bit? Just back it on up. Just a little bit. So she backed it up, and this is what I got. It goes by super quick. Does it hurt? That's like the #1 question I think I got or I get on a regular basis. And I think it's all based on your pain tolerance. But I'm here to tell you, sis, if you're nervous and you've been wondering and been wanting, girl, go ahead and do it, because it's not that bad, especially if you have other piercing. This tongue piercing did not hurt worse than when you bite your tongue. Let me let that marinate. Biting your tongue, that shit hurts. But this was literally a pinch. I remember asking the piercer, like, is it gonna hurt? Does it hurt? And she's like, no. Personally, I feel that your nose hurts worse when it comes to piercings because you're going through cartilage. My nose piercing was not very painful, but it did hurt a little more than my tongue pierced. It's so quick. It's so quick, and it's really good when you have a piercer that do not baby your ass. Like, it's 1, 2, and it's done. They don't even give you the 3. That's what I liked about the lady who I had. She was just like, okay, we're gonna get this done. Honestly, I don't even remember her saying 1, 2, 3. I just remember the damn fucking needle going through my damn tongue. I feel the healing process hurts worse than the actual piercing, getting the piercing done itself. My first week with this piercing was, I would not explain it as hell, but that was the most challenging since I've had it. And I've had this piercing for about 3 weeks now. My piercer told me that the normal healing time for this particular piercing is between 4 to 8 weeks. I have read where your tongue is the quickest healing piercing that you can get. I'm gonna say that I totally agree with what I've read and what I've heard, because I personally feel like going into 3 weeks, at 2 weeks, my tongue piercing is pretty much for the most part healed. Like, I can do, like, I can just carry on with it, whereas I could not do that initially. So this is the care instruction that was given. Gargle with sea salt and warm water a few times a day. Gargle after every meal with mouthwash that is alcohol free. You are supposed to also twist your ball. They said that sometimes your balls can loosen up, and you want to be sure that you don't swallow the goddamn ball that comes off it and your piercing comes out and so forth. So you're supposed to be tightening it up. Be sure that it's tightened. My biggest thing was when I went to sleep and I woke up, my tongue would be heavy. It would be kind of stiff. I don't know how to explain it, but it was, I guess that was the swelling. I'm also gonna say that up in this area had became like a little swollen like. And then I like was freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck? And I went and Googled where I seen where other people actually had the same situation happen to them, and it was just like, it's probably just your muscles, because you're babysitting your tongue. That was my thing. I would like sit it there. I didn't want to talk much, because it was like, I didn't want to do nothing. So you're basically, it's a mind thing. You're babysitting your tongue because you're like, I can't, you know, you're like that. And they said basically you're using a lot of muscles when you're, you know, holding your mouth a certain way. I'm trying to explain it the best way I can, but when you're holding your mouth a certain way, you're using a lot of muscles that you don't normally use on a normal basis. So that causes it to, I guess, swell. That's kind of like when you go working out and the next day you're sore. You know why? Because you're using muscles that you don't normally use on a regular basis if you're not a person who exercises normally. So that was what was going on up in here, but it didn't last long. It was a few days. When it came to what I ate soup. Soup was my best friend. I graduated from just soup. When I say soup, like the broth, I graduated to noodles. Something soft. And I would just like really slowly eat. And I was eating not as much. And I kind of was eating like this to the side. I eat over here or eat on this side, you know, just to avoid right up in here in this area. So yeah, it does cause you to eat a little funny. Also, talking, I developed a lisp. I think I still have it. Certain words, I got that going on. It's not with everything, and it's damn sure not as bad as it was initially. Initially, I couldn't say like, was it like S words, TH, anything that was like, like blending kind of words. But it was not nothing overbearing either. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, I can't eat. Oh my God, I can't. It was not nothing like that. It was not nothing like that. I don't know if it ever really goes away. I think it just graduates and gets better. When you're getting the piercing, what I was informed is that normally your piercer is supposed to put jewelry that is a little bigger than the normal. That's only because they're giving your piercing room for swelling. I order a set. This is size 14. To me, this is way too big. I believe this is what is used initially when you get your tongue pierced. I had a friend of mine who went with me, and her tongue was so swollen that it was starting to cover up the balls. When we went back to the location where we got the piercing, the gentleman there was just like, oh, your piercer used smaller jewelry than what she should have. She pierced you guys with the normal size that you would put in. Our piercer, she used the actual size that I guess you would change it to after your piercing has healed, which is 12. As you can see, it's much smaller compared to this one. Look. I actually sat this here on my tongue just to see. And as you can see, in my eyes, this is just much bigger. So I am going to buy the 12s. So you got to be sure that when you get your tongue pierced, that your piercer is actually piercing with the correct jewelry size. Thank God that with my experience, I didn't have that much swelling. So, you know, I didn't have to go through that experience. But with my friend, she had to take hers out. Well, he was willing to change the piercing, the jewelry for her. I guess that's what you get for paying $4, huh? To be honest, there's not too many people that know that I even have this piercing. So if you're one of the ones who's trying to get a piercing, you're trying to hide it or whatever, it's all based on how you talk, I guess, for people to even realize that you have a piercing. I've been around family members and nobody has even realized as of yet that I even got my tongue pierced. So, and I'm not going to say anything. I actually am going to wait to see how long it's going to take for anybody to actually realize. But even though my tongue feels pretty good, I am going to wait the full 4 to 8 weeks just to be on the safe side. I don't want my tongue falling off. I'm just going to be sure that everything is healed up before I even try to change the jewelry. Just relax and chill. It's gonna heal. It's gonna take a little. Just get through the first few days, the first week. I'm telling you, you good. Like right now, if you're going through swelling, if you're going through whatever it is that you may be going through, this too shall pass. Just be patient. As long as you're doing what your piercer instructed you to do, everything is good. I mean, like if you are alarmed about anything, be sure to call them, reach back out to them, ask some questions. Since you paid your money, you can be able to go back and just verify that this is actually normal. Like if somebody asked me right now, would you do it again? I damn sure would. And I wouldn't be as hesitant as I was now that I know, as I would before. I was told by my piercer that it's not very smart to drink while you're getting your piercing. Sometimes I know a lot of times people be like, okay, I'm gonna drink so I can be fucked up when I go get my piercing done. That's maybe not be a very good, bright idea. I was told that it tends to allow you to bleed more. Can I say that I did not even bleed? I don't know, like my tongue really handled itself well. I'm so proud of my tongue. The weight is real. I think I was shivering, legs shaking, sweating, heart racing. Shit, if I had this shit, I probably would have shitted on myself right then. The anxiety, it causes you to be very like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, come on, come on, come on, come on. Like I kept saying, come on, come on. Come on, I'm ready. Before I've been done, changed my mind, got up and got the hell up out of here and run. You know what I'm saying? But I just was like, you know what, bitch, face your fears. Stop it. Get it together. And that's what I'm telling you. Because you probably contemplating right now. That's why you're watching this video, because I watched a few videos as well prior to doing it. And you probably like, I want to do it. Then you're like, oh, hell no, I ain't doing that. And then you're going to, like, it's not as bad. It's not that bad. I'm telling you. And once you get it done, you come back here and you comment below. You let me know just how bad it was not. Oh, you know what else that I was really concerned about? Rejecting. I don't know if you ever heard of the saying that your body can reject a piercing. It is real. I have my tongue pierced now, my nose pierced, I have a lip piercing, and I have my stomach pierced. I actually got that done 2 or 3 times. Each time, my body rejected the stomach piercing. And I was so nervous that my body would reject. I think that really what holds you back. Like, especially if you had that experience. Right now you might be like, well, I don't know, what does that mean? Is my body rejecting it? Like, sis, first off, calm down. Rejecting it is basically, and I'm coming all in your grill, but if you could see the bar, like you see how you can't see my bar? But if I touch it, I feel it, but you can't see it. Rejection, you would start seeing the bar coming through. Like, you should not be able to see no silver bar on your tongue. That means that your body is potentially rejected. And I feel like you're going to feel it. Like, you just know. It just won't feel right. Probably have like a tingling sensation. So pay attention to rejection. That's just letting you know that you just need to go ahead and let that go and then just move on to another type of piercing. With my stomach piercing, I got it pierced a few times. And when I say every time it rejected it, when it was healing, it would turn like, get like this hard, like my skin was get real hard. I don't even know how to explain. It's been so long ago when I got that. I was like 18 or something. But it would get really hard and then it'll just fall out. The jewelry will just fall out on the floor. And then it just heals. I want to show y'all, like, don't judge me. See the scar? I still have the scars. But it'll get really hard like that, and then the piercing, it'll just fall out. Abracadabra, like magic, Houdini on my ass. And then I went again, and then I'm like, okay. But it kept doing, I was like, okay, you know, clearly that's not for me. So if that's happening, boo, don't try to force anything. Just let it go. When it came to my lip ring, that was the worst. I mean, my swelling, when it comes to swelling, that is where I experienced the most swelling when it came to any piercing that I've ever gotten. It got so big. My lip got so big. I couldn't even twist it. You know, when you get your lip pierced, they tell you to twist it. Like, clean around it and then twist it. It was like stuck. I couldn't twist it. It was hard. It hurted. It was like so serious, y'all, that I had called the tattoo person. I was like, listen, I think I need to go to the emergency room. Like, my lip is so swole. I feel like it was one point where it was hard to even twist it. I couldn't even move it. That was the worst. It took a few weeks for that to actually, yeah. So when it came to my piercings, that happened to be the one that swelled up the most. And then with my nose ring, when I wash my face, or sometimes when I'm doing something, I could just catch on to it and it'll come out. It hurts so bad when that happens. I can tell it is healed now because it doesn't hurt when I'm doing that. But before, when it used to get like that, and then sometimes it'll come all the way out, and then I would have to force it back in there. That hurts. And that's when you know that your shit is not healed all the way yet. And I got this piercing back in January. It's just getting to the comfort level. I'm gonna say maybe a few weeks now. What, maybe June-ish is when it started getting to the comfort level of being able to like do all of this and there's no pain involved. Oh, I want to mention, for the first time, I bit my piercing. Like, I was just chewing and clink, and bit down on the damn piercing. It didn't really hurt, but it was like, oh, it was like a quick, oh, moment. Clearly, I was hungry as fuck. I bit down on it, and it was just like, okay, slow your roll, take your time. The food ain't going nowhere. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If I left out anything, I tried to make sure I covered as much as possible when it came to the piercing experience. So if it's anything that I forgot, feel free. Ask me the question down below, and I'll do my best to answer it. Again, I want to thank you so much for watching. Until next time, later.